I never believed in ghost stories, not until I spent night in Bodie. If you've never heard of it, Bodie is a real place, tucked deep in the Sierra Nevada mountains of California. Once a booming gold mining town in the late 1800s, now it's nothing but wind, dust, and silence. They call it a ghost town, but I didn't know how literal that term really was. It started as a photography trip. I'd been fascinated with abandoned places, so I planned to capture Bodie at sunset. The ranger at the gate warned me, no overnight stays. But I'd driven 6 hours and didn't plan to leave before I got my shots. So when he drove off, I stayed hidden in my car. When the sun went down, the town changed. The wind stopped. The silence was so heavy I could hear my heartbeat. I walked down the main street. The wooden saloons, the schoolhouse, the church, all frozen in time. My flashlight caught dust hanging midair like the town itself was holding its breath. That's when I heard footsteps. They weren't mine. Slow, steady, coming from the old Boone store. I called out, "Hello?" No answer, just the creak of floorboards, then nothing. I told myself it was the wind, but as I raised my camera to take a photo, my viewfinder flashed. For a split second, a crowd. Men in mining hats, women in long dresses, a child holding a doll, all staring at me. When I lowered the camera, the street was empty. I ran back to my car, heart pounding, but my car door was open. I was sure I'd locked it. Inside, on the passenger seat, lay a coin, an old, tarnished silver dollar from 1881. It hadn't been there before. Then, from the church, the organ began to play, a slow, broken tune echoing through the night. I left everything, my camera, my gear, the coin, and drove until I saw lights again. When I reported it later, the ranger just gave me a knowing look. He said, "They call it the body curse. People who steal from that town, even a pebble, end up haunted until they return it." I told him I hadn't taken anything. He looked down and said quietly, "Then maybe something took you."